And we're back. Wow, a little bit of an action shot there. Where do I begin? Because, what do I start with? I'm going to do some more comic book stuff, and I want to say one thing before I really get this started. There's an injustice in this world, and it is the handling of Spider-Man films in the cinema. And I'm going to talk about it one day, and I'm really going to give you my true feelings about this because I'm a huge Spider-Man guy. And anyone on my channel who wants to do this video with me, wants to talk with me, inbox me, we'll do this video maybe on Google Plus and we'll put it on YouTube or something. But I really want to talk about that in particular if we're going to talk about comic books and comic book films. X-Men trailer was great, I loved that. Hopefully this isn't another Last Stand film. And now speaking in things that I want to really talk about right now, pro wrestling. I'm doing this in one take, sorry if it sounds a bit mumbled. Pro wrestling, WWE, things going on in the WWE. I don't particularly want to talk about the Daniel Bryan, Triple H, you know, the hogwash storyline, whatever that is, and how he has been used. I want to talk about something else that I did notice, and something that has been a great addition to that show, The Shield. It seems like a year ago they debuted. It was like November last year, wasn't it? Yeah, about a year ago. Or if you want to get technical, 11 months and 3 weeks or something like that. They debuted, they came in at the main event, took out John Cena, pushed straight to the moon, lots of promo time, lots of just time to look like a force of nature within the company, and they got some credibility, and they have just been a great addition to the roster in my opinion. They have given that company so much depth in a way that I never thought would be possible given the current climate of things to come, that they have just been an absolute welcome addition. I'm so happy that they are all on the roster, and I mean, I was literally jonesing like a crack addict to get Dean Ambrose on TV, jonesing to see Seth Rollins on TV, and I was intrigued by Roman Reigns, back then known as Layer Key in FCW, wanted to see what he would become back then, maybe, you know, I was just interested in him. I didn't have the same like affection that I had towards the Ambrose and the Rollins, but I was intrigued by him. And I was just jonesing to see those lot on TV at some point. So I was quite happy that they put them together as a, you know, three-man team, The Shield, these mercenaries. They were allies of CM Punk. They had some great segments like them attacking Brad Maddox with Paul Heyman, which was like something out of an Italian mobster movie almost, when they came out and beat The Rock up and he bled from the mouth. Their six-mans on, oh god, TLC, which was, I mean, I remember watching that right here and being completely blown away, texting people, you gotta watch this is just mind-blowing, and sending it to people, and people saying the same thing. So they just created a lot of buzz, and people want to know where they're going to go, and fortunately this hasn't been another legacy stable, or this hasn't gone by the way of Nexus. They've actually kept some of their credibility, and they were unbeaten for a while too, which I think really helped them because people took them more seriously and they were hard to beat. And then when they were beaten on SmackDown, it actually really helped get Daniel Bryan even more over than he needed to be, and they have just been wonderful to that roster. And then they seem to be phased out a little bit after the summer. The Wyatt family started to come in, and there was like this, no, not controversy, but talk between people. Have the Wyatt family overshadowed the Shield? Are they better than the Shield? The Shield kind of being de-emphasized. There was even rumors that they'd upset people behind the scenes, and that's why they're being de-pushed. Then SummerSlam comes along, then after SummerSlam they are pushed again, but now they kind of are a little bit more watered down, but still over. They are now the corporation's mercenaries, coming out attacking Dolph Ziggler, attacking Daniel Bryan quite a bit, and they're kind of linked with Randy Orton. And as time has gone by, there has been this rumour, and we all know that at some point we're going to hit this point. And now it looks like a little bit subtly that it's going to happen, and it's alleged that they are now leading towards a split between the Shield. And nothing lasts forever, and I mean, I like seeing them as a group, but if eventually, you know, they're going to split. And there were hints, you know, between discussions between fans, and then there was something on Raw which was played up to on TV when they, you know, Reigns and Rollins have lost the tag titles. Ambrose does his promo and says he's the only champion in their group, and you see Roman Reigns give him a look like, You know, you see Roman Reigns give him a look, and that was intentional. Like, he looked at him like, what did you say, kind of thing. And it was quite interesting. And then it was played up to in the commentary. And then, if you watched the Randy Orton celebration, excuse me, because I talk so fucking fast sometimes. Let me get my tea. This video is sponsored by a green tea, mango and lychee flavour. Do this and you'll be able to speak as fast as I can. If you watch the Randy Orton celebration, you would have noticed that when they hugged each other, watch Roman Reigns' face. That looked very intentional to me. That looked very deliberate. Either they're fucking with us and they're, you know, dick teasing us like a stripper at a club. Oh yeah, I'll give you one. But they're not really going to go through with it. Or there was really something behind that. And I believe that there may have been something behind that, because we already had it acknowledged that Reigns kind of gave Ambrose the look like, what are you talking about? Kind of thing when he said his promo. And it's rumoured that Roman Reigns is going to be the one of the three that leaves first and then moves on to be this big, heroic, babyface star that, you know, goes on to great things and goes up against the corporation and goes up against the Shield and all of those wonderful things. And I just want to know what people's thoughts are on that. Give us 2 seconds. Because the thing is, let me think about it. I think Roman Reigns, I compared his role to Batista's role in Evolution, and I could see him going down that pathway much like Batista. And if he becomes, I mean, because I think he's actually not a bad wrestler by any means, and he's really improved, but I think in the Shield any of his limitations are well hidden, because he's in a 6-man group and you can cover things up a little bit more easily. So is he really ready for that big babyface push? I'm not sure. I will say one thing, he's definitely developed that presence. I kind of felt he lacked that in FCW, but I see it more now in the Shield as this brute, this monster, this enforcer. I see it more in him. And he's going to be this big babyface, this destroyer. Let's see. I mean, I'd be intrigued to see where they go with that. I can see of the three, him getting the most opportunities because of his heritage, because of his look, because of his size, because of how tall he is, and things like that. That would be someone that the WWE really does something with. And again, when you think about who's really in charge of the company, i.e. a Triple H, probably in his head, someone who has the same kind of build that he does is going to be a star. So pushing someone like a Roman Reigns is a very viable thing for someone like him to do. Then you look throughout the rest of the Shield and where they go. I can't see Dean Ambrose being a babyface just yet. I can see him being a heel. In fact, I think he should be the heel of the company for a few years. Get Randy Orton out of the picture. Get who else out of the picture? I think they should groom Ambrose as the next top heel. Nobody cares about Alberto Del Rio. Jack Swagger is a joke. Dolph Ziggler, you know, was a decent heel, but now has no credibility. Who else is there? I mean, Randy Orton. Who else? I mean, what, Triple H? I mean, and everyone else has just already been established. You need someone new up there, and I think Dean Ambrose would be perfect. The guy that completely raises hell as a heel, and then eventually turns babyface. And then the last one to think of is Seth Rollins. Where does he go in all of this? Because I think that if anyone's going to be affected by not being in the group, it would be him. Now, I think he's very talented. I enjoy watching him wrestle. I think he has a great energy to him when he wrestles. But the one thing that hurts him is that he's not actually the best promo in the company. While he's tall, you know, fairly tall and in very, very good shape, he's not like Roman Reigns' monstrous presence or Dean Ambrose, who has the character. He's kind of, you know, he's got those two things to kind of work on. And while I think he does well in the Shield on his own, can he shine on his own? And are the company going to give him that push on his own? And I hope that they do, because I do like Seth Rollins. I think he's a super worker. One of the few guys I had interest in during the last, you know, couple of years of the real Ring of Honor, a video we can get into another time. And I think he is capable, but given those limitations, it kind of makes me a bit nervous about as to what will happen with him. Will he go by the way of a Justin Gabriel, someone that's considered very good, but, you know, is just put in throwaway matches and not really given anything? All in all, it looks like we're going to get a Shield breakup at some point, before we even get a Shield versus Wyatt family matchup, which, you know, I'd really like to see before they split them up, but it looks like it's not going to happen. And it looks like it will happen now. They've got the Wyatt family, you know, and they're establishing them. Granted, they didn't have that blow-away match Bray Wyatt and Kane was a dud, which was a shame, but it looks like they're still going to be pushing them and brewing them and green. Look, sorry, this is what happens when you don't drink coffee in the morning. It just looks like they're going to go with the Wyatt family, and if they build them up and now we phase out the Shield and they split up and then they push them, it looks like that's where they're going to go. And one of my other questions to fans out there, everyone, and please write, I love it when you guys write and I love it when you guys have stuff to say. Do you see Roman Reigns as the next big babyface star? Do you see Roman Reigns as the next John Cena in the company? Do you see Roman Reigns surpassing CM Punk and getting up there with a Daniel Bryan at some point? I really want to know what people think about that. Is he ready? Will he surprise everyone? Will he grow into his role like a Brock Lesnar? Granted, Sheamus never succeeded. Could this guy, be the replacement for his Sheamus? I want to know what people think. I want to know what people have to say. I want to know if people think that Seth Rollins should be the guy that's the big babyface. Should it be Dean Ambrose, or should they just go with Roman Reigns? Or do you want to see the Shield stay together for a bit longer? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you have to say. I'm so sorry I'm rushing this video. I sound like I haven't had any coffee and any sleep, when granted I have had about 9 hours sleep. I apologise, I'm in a hurry. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you say. If you haven't seen this video before or seen me before, I do MMA and wrestling videos. Comment, rate, subscribe. Love you. Take care. Bye.